Hello students, now let us see the another starting method of squirrel cage induction motor. This is one of the famous starting method of our induction machine, okay, that is auto transformer starting. This is also called as auto starter, okay. You already know, I think most of the people know the auto starter, which is used for motors at our agriculture field. Auto starter or compensator, okay. Our auto transformer starting can also be called as auto starter or compensator, okay. These are the another names of our auto transformer starting, okay. And here the thing is, our stator of our three phase induction motor can also be connected in star or delta, okay. So our auto transformer starting is applicable for both star connected stator or delta connected stator, okay. Our application of auto transformer is for both star connected and delta connected stators, okay. So the concept is, we are going to apply reduced voltage to our stator circuit so that we can get our limited starting current to our stator winding. So initially the motor stator is supplied with reduced voltage, okay, by using auto transformers, and when the rotor is attained at a speed, let us say when the rotor speed is around 80% of its rated speed, okay, whenever our rotor speed is around 80% of our rated speed, our auto transformers will be disconnected from supply and motor stator will be directly connected to our three phase AC supply, okay. So by using our three auto transformers here, okay, which are connected in star connected auto transformers, okay, we are going to give reduced voltage to our stator circuit so that our starting current of our induction machine will be reduced, okay. After our machine attained 80% of rated speed, we are going to disconnect our auto transformers and we are going to connect our stator circuit to our three phase AC supply directly, okay. So here we will be having no load voltage coil, that is a relay, and full load or overload voltage relay, okay. So these three are the relays which are given with some time delay, okay. At the time of switching, we may get no voltage for short period of time to our induction machine. For that we are going to use no load voltage relay, and it will hold the circuit for short period of time without any voltage, okay. And we have another overload voltage, that is whenever the load on the motor is high, our overload voltage relay will protect this overall circuit, and these two will be given some time delay, because at the time of switching from starting to running, we will be having some no voltage on the stator, or at the time of overload we will be having overload on the machine, okay. So these two are the relays I am not showing in the circuit, these will be internally connected, okay. Now let us see the operation of our auto transformer starting, okay. So we have three auto transformers here which are connected in star. We can also use two auto transformers, okay. So we have three auto transformers which are connected in star, okay, and you can see this is my three phase AC supply, this is my three phase AC supply, okay. This is my A phase, B phase, C phase, okay. So my A phase is connected to my first auto transformer A1, and B phase is connected to second auto transformer A2, and our three phase C phase is connected to third auto transformer A3, okay. You can see here my supply phase is here, and this will be connected to my auto transformer, and these three are tappings on the auto transformers with voltage ratio of 80%, 65%, 50%. These are the common tappings on our auto transformers for auto transformer starting, okay. If you connect this switch to this tapping to this point, you will be getting 80% of our supply voltage to the stator. If you connect these two here, you will get 60% of your rated supply voltage. If you connect this switch to this position, you will get 50% of your supply voltage. So we can get whatever the required voltage, here it is 65%, okay. Depends on the local condition, we can get our voltage ratios like 50%, 65% and 80%, okay. So these three are the reduced voltage that are going to be applied to our stator circuit, okay. You can see here the A1 auto transformer 1, my supply line is coming like this, and when I switch this DPST switch, this is our DPST switch, double pole double throw DPDT, okay. It can be turned on to starting position, this is start position, okay, and it can be turned on to run position, okay. At the time of starting, this DPST switch is position to start position. When this is position to start position, our switches will be connected to this, okay. This will be connected to this, actually this will be this will be this, okay. So you can see our A phase is connected to auto transformer terminal 1, and the second terminal of auto transformer secondary terminal is connected through this winding, and this will be connected to our stator of our induction machine. Okay, you can see the B phase is also connected to auto transformer, and here it is a tapping percentage. This will be connected to our stator winding. So like this, our third winding is also connected to our stator winding. So here we are going to apply 50% of our rated voltage, for example. Okay, I am going to apply 50% of my rated voltage when I connect this switch to this position. Okay, so I am going to apply 50% of my rated supply voltage to my stator winding at the time of starting. Okay, that means after our machine attained some rated speed, let us say 80% of rated speed, I am going to switch this position. Initially at the starting it is in the starting position. Okay, after some time, after my machine attained 80% of rated speed, I am going to switch this DPST switch to run position. Okay, then what will happen here? Initially these two are connected. Okay, now here this and this will connect, this way this will get connected. Okay, the circuit will be switched to this position. That means you can see my A phase is going to like this, and it is short circuiting the auto transformer, and it is connecting to my stator winding. That is, we are disconnected our auto transformers from the stator and supply voltage, and the supply voltage is directly connected to our stator winding. Okay, our auto transformers are bypassed here. Okay, I can say they are bypassed. The C phase is like this. Okay, when I switch my DPST position to run position, our auto transformers are disconnected from supply, and the supply voltage is directly connected to my stator winding. That means whenever this DPST switch is in starting position, our AC supply is supplying to stator through auto transformers with some tappings. Okay, that means reduced voltage is applying to the stator at the time of starting. Whenever our rotor is attained 80% of rated speed, let us say, our switch will be turned on to run position. That means our AC supply is directly connected to stator winding, and we are bypassing auto transformers. That means we are disconnecting auto transformers whenever our machine attained 80% of rated speed. So under running condition, we can apply the full voltage to the stator winding so that our machine will run at rated speed. Okay, so this is how we are going to deal auto transformer starting. At the time of starting, we are going to connect auto transformers by using this DPST switch to start position. After our machine attained 80% of rated speed, we are going to switch this DPST to run position. Then we will be going to apply our 3-phase AC supply directly to our machine, and we are going to get the rated voltage to the 3-phase induction machine. So we are going to get reduced voltage supply to our 3-phase induction motor using auto transformer switching. Okay, so now I am going to show you another circuit so that we can understand the starting torque and currents in the auto transformer starting. Okay, let us see the next circuit. That our torque is directly proportional to our supply voltage, V supply whole square. Okay, so let us consider our torque expression in DOL starting, direct online starting. Okay, our torque will be directly proportional to phase voltage V by root 3 whole square. So V by root 3 whole square. Okay, now let us consider the torque expression in our auto transformer starting. Okay, that will be equal to, if I consider this as T1, this will be T2. Okay, so now let us consider the phase voltage across auto transformer starting is K times V by root 3 whole square. Okay, so if I divide my T2 by T1, okay, that will become K times V by root 3 whole square by V by root 3 whole square. This will be left with K square. That means my torque in auto transformer starting equal to K square times torque in DOL starting. So this is the idea. That means the starting torque in auto transformer starting is K square times our torque in DOL starting. That means if, of course, K value is less than 1, if K value is less than 1, what will be the value of our torque in auto transformer? It is very less compared to torque in DOL starting. Okay, because our starting current is reducing here in the auto transformer, starting current will reduce the core flex, that will reduce the torque production at the time of starting. So because our starting current is reducing, our flex will be reduced, so that our torque will be reduced. Okay, so but in the case of our DOL starting, there is no reduction in the starting current, that will increase the starting current in the DOL, starting torque in the DOL. So here, because of starting current is reducing, our starting torque will be reduced in the auto transformer starting. Okay, so I am going to see how the starting torque is reducing in the auto transformer starting. Okay, so here the starting torque of auto transformer by starting torque of DOL equal to, what is the value? K square. Okay, this is my K square, where K is percentage tapping on auto transformer. So this is very most important relation Okay, this is very most important, that the starting torque of auto transformer when compared to starting torque of direct online starting is equal to percentage tapping whole square. Okay, now let us see the relation between starting and full load torque of our auto transformer starting. Now let us see the starting and the relation between starting torque and full load torque. Okay, and we know that in DOL starting, okay, in DOL starting the voltage across motor phase is V by root 3 and starting current is IST, but with auto transformer starting voltage across motor is K times V by root 3 and the starting current is K by ISC. That means in DOL starting the phase voltage across the motor is V by root 3, but in auto transformer starting the phase voltage is K times V by root 3. Here the starting current I1 is ISC or short circuit current. Here the starting current I2 is I1 dash is K times my I2 here. Okay, so let us see the torque TST, starting torque equal to, the starting torque is proportional to my starting current whole square by S, but at starting S equal to 1 I am going to replace this. Okay, so what about full load torque or TFL is equal to IFL whole square by SFL. So when you take the ratio between TST and TFL, that will become TST by TFL equal to IST whole square by IFL whole square into SFL. Here our IST in case of auto transformer is K times I2, that means I can write it as IST is K times my ISC. Okay, I can write it as IST is K times ISC here in case of our auto transformer starting. Okay, so that will become TST by TFL will be equal to, I am replacing my IST with K times ISC here. Okay, so K times ISC by IFL whole square into SFL. So this is the expression, I am going to write it here. So TST by TFL in auto transformer starting is K square times ISC by IFL whole square into SFL. So this is also one of the important expressions regarding competitive exams. Okay, the auto transformer starting, the relation for starting torque to full load torque is K square times ISC by IFL whole square into SFL. In primary resistance method we got X square here in place of K. Okay, in primary resistance method we got here K is percentage tapping of our auto transformer. In primary resistance method we got X square instead of K square here. Here the X square is replaced with K only. So that is the only difference. Okay, for DOL starting there will be no K term, K or X term. There will be only AC by FL whole square into SFL. For primary resistance method there will be X square. For auto transformer starting there will be K square. So this is the difference. We will be doing problem on this so that you can understand the concept betterly. Okay, so our primary current, actually here our primary current is K times our secondary current, K times our stator current. Okay, so this I am rewriting it as IST is equal to K times ISC. Okay, this is to be remembered. So this is important expression out of all this. Okay, so let us do some problem on this. Okay, so let us do a problem on auto transformer starting so that you can understand the concept betterly. Okay, so here the question is find the percentage tapping required on a auto transformer. That means we have to find the percentage tapping. Percentage tapping is nothing but K here. Okay, find the percentage tapping required on a auto transformer required to start a squirrel cage induction motor against 1/4 of full load torque. Okay, then the short circuit current is 4 times full load current and the full load slip is 3%. Let us write the given data first so that you can understand what is to be done. Okay, given data is he has given starting torque to full load torque. Here to start a squirrel cage against 1/4 of full load torque is IST by IFL is 1/4. Okay, now the short circuit current is 4 times my ISC is 4 times full load current. That means ISC by IFL is 4 times here and the full load slip is 3%. That means slip at full load SFL is 0.03. Now what to be find? To be find is find the percentage tapping. K is how much? So because he is mentioned auto transformer and it is related to starting, we have the relation for auto transformer starting. For auto transformer starting, we have the relation between TST and TFL as my TST starting torque to full load torque equal to K square times ISC by IFL whole square into SFL. For auto transformer starting, the ratio between starting torque to full load torque equal to K square IST by IFL whole square into SFL. So you can substitute the values so that you can get the percentage tapping. So what is to be find? K here. So what is TST by TFL here? TST by TFL is 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 equal to K square is to be find, and ratio between short circuit current and full load current is 4 whole square into my SFL is 0.03. So you can find out the K by shifting K square equal to 1 by 4 cube if you take the 4 square to opposite side, and 1 by 4 cube into 0.03. If you shift the root square root of other side, that will become 0.03. This will be 0.722. That means the percentage tapping is 72.2%. The percentage tapping is 72.2%. So in order to get our starting torque 1 by 4 times of full load torque, you will have to switch the auto transformer to 72.2% here, and you can limit the starting current to 4 times of full load current with slip rate 0.03. So you can, I think you have basic idea about starting torque and full load torque, and this is very important relation. This is very important relation, and the relation for TST auto transformer by TST DOL is also very important, which is equal to percentage tapping whole square. That means K square. This is also very important. So these two are the important relations to be noted down here. This is about auto transformer starting. In the next class we will be dealing with star delta starting. Thank you.